G'day guys, Scott from FatB Trader here, just bringing a quick video update on the trades that are open currently and also some trade ideas for today. So first of all, yesterday we were anticipating that the market was going to basically break out. We're actually looking about here, we're thinking it would come back, break out of this level and head back to the sell zone we had targeted. That didn't take place. And it just continued to fall away to our original target level, 123.50, and it's really done not a lot since then. So we did actually buy into this 123.50 level based on what was happening. There was a lot of volume coming in. It looked like the currency was actually strengthening, but it didn't. It's just sort of drifted away. So what we're actually looking to do with this trade at the moment, we're looking to get out of this. I'll probably look at doing a repair trade back to the pivot here, which essentially involves, like, this is a half-size position, so essentially involves taking a second half-size position here into this, and then we'll close all the positions around the pivot level and we'll just reassess the situation. We may look at taking that soon based on what's going on with the price at the moment. Just want to see how it closes off in Tokyo first. Second trade, we're obviously in the the US dollar yen still, and this is just chipping away. It's probably at its most critical point at the moment. If we actually zoom in a little bit here, you can see we may get some retracement action here, but at this stage it's almost at that 120 level, which we haven't seen for quite a few years now, but I think we'll obviously see a lot higher on the yen just because of the US dollar strength. It's just very, very strong at the moment, so I anticipate we'll see this much, much higher. That's not to say we're going to hold it the whole time. I may look at closing this today. I just really want to see how price performs when London opens up. So heading back to the Aussie dollar, US dollar. Again, this is still heading down. Hasn't really got to a point where I'm interested in looking at it again at this stage. I'm going to have a look at the pairs and just make a bit of an assessment on a few of the trades. I would like to sell this pair probably around this 84.40 to 84.60 level. It seems to be a pretty good zone of support and resistance. We'll just see though, I don't know, the Aussie dollar is a bit of a basket case at times, so I don't really want to be taking large trades on that at this stage of the game. US dollar, it's still moving higher, so it's still strengthening. So from my point of view, again, it really just backs up that position of buying into the US dollar Japanese yen and selling into the euro dollar. Hence what we're doing. So there's not a lot to do at this stage, guys. Really, we're just at this stage working our way out of this euro trade. It doesn't look like it's going to play ball with us, and obviously do what we wanted to do. That doesn't mean that we have to shit the bed and sell it straight away, though. We can basically look to cover this out via a recovery trade, hence the reason we trade so small. We can afford to take a secondary position or even a third or a fourth position to actually recover that loss. Again, this is something you don't want to do if you're not that experienced, or your account management shit, or your money management's terrible. You don't want to be doing these repair trades if you can't control yourself. Okay, because with a repair trade, we're often looking for, only time we'll do a repair trade is where we've got that ideal setup actually happening. We've got a level of support and resistance that's been formed after the London-New York session and hasn't been challenged during the Asian session. You've got a daily pivot above or below, and you've got a pretty good risk to reward for your new trade. So we've got 20 there, potentially 10 there. So that's a 2 to 1. I'm happy to add to this position, if that makes sense, to average my position to around here. So if I add another half size, it's going to bring my average trade to around that pivot level, I would guess. In fact, let's just do it now, because I'm pretty confident we're going to see that actually happen. So we're going to buy, and we're going to buy 250. Okay, so we've added another one there, and you can see that our average trade size, or our average position, is actually now brought below that daily pivot. So that gives us a very good chance of being able to recover the loss on that trade, possibly make a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm actually going to bring my limits now down to here. And I'm going to add a limit to here. And let's just say, just so we're not too greedy, let's say we're going to move it just before the pivot, and we'll move this one to around the same level. So we're going to lose 300 on one, make 600 on another. If the price gets up there, we'll make 300 on the trade. It's not going to be a great situation, but at the end of the day, it's not a losing situation. So just be aware. Like I said, you don't want to be doing this if you can't control yourself. Ultimately, I'll just put some circles around here so you can see where our trades are. And here, ultimately, if this fails at this point down here, we're going to just want to close it all off and just wear the loss on it. That's just unfortunately the way it goes. Most of the time, however, that's not an issue. You will actually be able to recover it like this. But again, this is something you don't want to do unless you're experienced, unless your money management principles are there, and you're capable of cutting your losses, because otherwise it's just a recipe for disaster. You may as well just cut your losses. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for now. We'll come back with a bit of an update later on, and we will go from there. Alright guys, if you've got any questions, you can reach me, FatBTrader. Otherwise, till next time, trade well.